Welcome to another live stream of the weekly free instant tournament. Let me take a look at our kitchen before I share the screen to see if everything is being streamed as it should be. And the answer is yes, everything is being streamed as it should be. So let's move on to VBO. As you are probably quite aware by now, the weekly free instant tournament is updated every Friday. So today is Monday, and this means that you still have time to play these hands. If you want to skip watching the live transmission, play the hands and then come back and watch the replay, the video replay. That is a neat way to compare your own thoughts with my stream of consciousness as I'm playing these hands. You can find the solitaire. You can find the weekly free instant tournament in the solitaire tab. Here it is, weekly free instant tournament. It's 8 deals with match point scoring. And so we start with of course, we have an opening bid, and this is very often the case because we have the best hand in these tournaments. But it is a bad hand. This is a bad hand in the abstract. Of course, partner having opened as well means that we have the balance of strength that we should be aiming at exploring for game. But our cards are not that great, and I would be open to, especially in match points, I would be open to stopping in a part score if it looks like we're not fitting well. But what should we do here? I don't like the direct no trump bid, which would be attractive if my spades were a little bit better. The 10 for sure, maybe even the 9 would be something useful. But as it is, I think that no trump, if it is to be played, it is to be played by partner. And we have a good tool for showing both minors here, which is the negative double. And we have more than the minimum. Right? Take away, let's say, one queen or king from our hand, we would still double. So if partner makes a minimum minor suit bid, we will perhaps have to give it a push. But let's see how it will go. No. So now, by now we know that the opponents have 9 spades. They should have 9 spades. It's not a given, especially because this might have 4 only. I think West's chump is almost always 4 cards. But East's overcall sometimes is 4 cards also. But we have to proceed under the assumption that partner has a singleton spade, and so our king of spades is not that great. And no trump is really far away because we have only one stopper. We basically need to have 9 tricks on the run. And I could understand giving up, but I think that will be like passing. That's what I mean. But I think that would be too timid. Could be right, but it would be too timid. And I could redouble here. You see what he expects is not 12 plus high card points. We have 12, and I like the idea of having the queen of hearts because I think partner will be forced to bid 4 hearts on 5 hearts quite often. Although if he has a singleton spade, that's not as likely because he will have a minor suit to bid. But I think given this vulnerability, even if we're going down in 4 of a minor, maybe it's a good sacrifice against 3 spades. Let's double again. And now I think we've done enough. Partners not enthusiastic about going on, and neither are we, to go to game either in. Well, if we want, 4 hearts is our most likely game, even although we have only 2, but could be a disaster. If it were imps, we would be more concerned about missing game with partner having opened and we having 12 high card points. In match points, I think that landing in a reasonable spot is good enough. So let's evaluate our contract here. And partners in hearts or diamonds, we hopefully will win 9 tricks in the reds. Hopefully, there's no guarantee, but we can hope for that. And we can get another club trick if the ace is onside, as it looks like, because this looks like a lead from the non-ace. If I had to guess the 10 spades from east, why would he underlead the ace of spades? It makes little sense. So it looks like he has queen 10-9. The 10 denies the jack, of course. And so West should have ace jack. And so it's 4 hearts, it's starting to get dicey because we will get shortened by the spade attack. And so 4 hearts, I'm happy with my contract here. So I want to maximize our chances of making 10 tricks. That's an interesting play. What should we stopping? Can he have a singleton? I don't think he, well, he probably should have led the singleton if he had it. There's little we can do other than trying to draw trumps at this point. With a finesse, since we are missing 8 cards, yeah, trumps came home. And so let's see if hearts will run, maybe the R5-1. Yeah, so we now have 5 trump tricks. We made 3 already. I mean, we have the 2 trumps that we will make separately. 5 trump tricks, 4 heart tricks, that's 9. We need 1 more. And our best shot is clearly the ace of clubs outside. East has shown so far nothing. The queen of spades by our reading, nothing in hearts, and the queen of diamonds. He should have the king of the ace of clubs. So there's no temptation for us to lead the 10 of clubs and let it run, for example. I will lead the 10 of clubs anyway, but the plan is to hop with the king. Now we can try to get an extra club trick after. Won't happen unless they are really discarding badly. I think it's the case. So we will make 1 more trick, and looks like a good stop. Hearts are 5-1, 64%. Let's take a look at what people are doing. 2 no trumps by South. Well, he makes 4 hearts, 4 diamonds, and a spade after the spade lead, which is reasonable. So it's a lucky deal for the no trump hitters. But of course, if you change a little bit about the hand, especially the lead, we are making a lot of tricks in diamonds and no trump is going down. Yeah, after. Okay, let's move on. There's too much to be said about the situations as to curtail the discussion, move to the next deal. We have 14 high card points, 6-4 on the majors, nice hand. But partner didn't bid anything over the double. And the vulnerability is really uncomfortable for us here. I think we should be discreet here and probably defend against 3 clubs. The hearts are very likely over our hearts, so our hand decreased in value by a lot. So partner shouldn't have a bunch of spades, which means that East should have a bunch of spades. And our defense here appears to be clearly a diamond. Let's think a little bit about it first. And the declarer should have at least 5 clubs. If he has 6 clubs, it's a little chance for us, for our defense to make a lot of difference. Let's follow along. Okay. Can it be that, what is this 10 of clubs play from the declare? Looks like he has something like ace queen of clubs. It would be a reasonable guess. Ace queen of clubs. And the partner having the king card. If we wanted to play hearts here, of course, ideally, we are hoping that partner has some kind of stopper in diamonds. So the goal is not really for us to rough a diamond. But we want to attack those entries to the diamonds anyway. And we have to hope here, since Declara has a bunch of spades, at least 4. If Declara has only 3 spades, partner has support. And if he has support, he has and the king of clubs that we are presuming, then he probably should have been 2 spades over the double. So I'll place Declara with 4 spades, 5 clubs, which means that those I'm worried about leading hearts, because that 8-7 of hearts may come into play. The proper card to lead here is the jack, because if partner has a 10, it doesn't make a lot of difference. But if Declara has a 10, I don't want him to be able to let it run to the 10. But I think that Declara doesn't have 3 hearts. He has 2 hearts or less. Jack, the heart is probably safe enough. Club to the ace. Maybe he had ace king. He'll rough the spade. Okay, partner looks like partner has a double to queen. So Declara would have 4 spades. Let's count Declara's hand. 4 spades, 1 heart, 5 clubs. He has to, since he lost the trick to my club, and 3 diamonds. And so maybe he's hoping to run diamonds, and that won't be the case, maybe. Yeah. And I think it doesn't matter. Declara has, at this point, his 4 cards are 2 clubs and 2 spades. 2 clubs. What did he rough? He roughed 1 spade. He had 4 spades. Oh, he roughed a heart. So he has 1 club and 2 spades. It doesn't matter. We can discard this heart here. Oh, he had a 4th diamond. Okay. Since partner had 3 spades, he should have raised. By the way, should have raised 3 spades to the queen, 3 clubs to the queen, and 4 hearts to the 10, and 3 diamonds to the jack. That's his hand. Wow. Okay. Vulnerable. I can understand the non-raise, but the hand is over. Player has a trump and a good diamond. Yeah, 3 spades would be a disaster with a lot of roughs. I think our discreet hitting paid some dividends here. Let's see what other people did. 3 spades going down to a popular contract. Let's see what was the mistake that people do. King of spades. The diamond, that's very natural defense. Then I'm not sure how one can. Oh, 10 of clubs. I don't know. Was 10 of clubs to the ace? That's curious. Oh, I see. You see here little differences in the robot's thinking. The lead was the ace of spades. So he assumed that leader didn't have the king of spades. And I don't know, I won't get much deeper into that. but that's why he didn't let the 10 of clubs run. That's the difference. Okay, now we have a very big hand, 20 high card points. Is it enough for a 2-club opening bid? But these are very comfortable suits to rebid after the 2 clubs opening bid. But it would be a very minimum 2 clubs opening bid. I'll try it. They were comfortable until partner showed long diamonds in a good hand. And I'm bidding my hand. If he wants to pass, I have a minimum, as I said. None wants to pass at any point, and he did. And I don't know. It's an awkward lead. Very awkward lead indeed. We are at a risk of losing a heart, diamond, and 2 clubs. So I think we should lead the diamond now, because if the ace is in West, maybe he can't afford to lead hearts without losing the defense's heart trick. It is not as if there's anything more appealing. I could play ace of spades or spade rough and a club to my hand, but why should I? This is basically playing for the ace of clubs in East. Let's hope. Okay. Now he'll have to play another heart. Oh, or the ace of clubs. Okay. Now that means that, oh, we are happy. Now, maybe this 5th spade is not a winner. So we will run everything, but it's very unlikely that there will be any mistakes here. Okay, 2 spade pitches, and everybody follows suit. So now the hand is over. 11 tricks. The defense helped a bit, and the decision to open 2 clubs helped more. Okay, and 1 club, 3 clubs. In general, we don't like to make a takeout double with a 5-card major here. This is our best shot at putting all suits in play. And I can bid 3 hearts here, but I think I'm too much of a raiser. Maybe I'm much more inclined to bid 5 diamonds than 3 hearts. Let's go with 31 plus total points is 4 clubs. No, I've seen the robot bid like 7 diamonds over 4 clubs. So let's not risk that. Let's go with the gentle 4 diamonds. We're playing a lot of 4 diamonds. Okay, 4 hearts is apparently better, but it's not a great contract. But we're playing 4 diamonds. Jack of hearts lead. It's clearly from shortness. Spades. East doesn't have 4 spades. Clubs should be 5-5 or 4-6, which means that West has length, some length in hearts, some length in spades, some length in clubs. So he should be short in diamonds, relatively. And this means I'm not in love with cashing the ace of diamonds. This is a very specific holding that we are playing for. But I think that I can win that in North and lead the Jack of diamonds, and maybe depending on what happens, start cashing hearts to discard spades and cross ruff at the end. So let's do that. Ruffing spades with not as big diamond. Okay. That's fine. Now I can probably, typically I would, the idea of paying off, I have two choices here. I can cash the queen of diamonds, leaving a top trump out, hopefully playing for diamonds 3-2, and start to run hearts. And then they will ruff at some point, but I'm discarding spades from dummy. Then he'll cross ruff at the end and make as many tricks as possible. Hearts, if diamonds are 3-2, this is the best line. Diamonds are 4-1. I don't want to cash that queen of diamonds. And the question becomes, if I start cashing hearts right now, I will lose to 2 hearts and 2 diamonds in the same hand because somebody comparing to the other line. I will lose a ruff that I didn't have to lose. But 2 hearts and 2 diamonds is very unlikely because that would mean East has something like 6 clubs. It's not impossible, but why would he have that? I think it's equally likely, well, a priori, clearly more likely that he has 4 diamonds and 5 clubs. And so I will start cashing my hearts. Let us give him this ruff, hoping that it's not from a double. And now I can cash the queen of diamonds. Okay, and now if I had cashed the queen of diamonds and captured the 10, I wouldn't have gained a trick, I think. I will lose only 1 trick at this ending here. Right, I'll make 3 trumps and the ace of spades, 4 out of 5 tricks. $78. Moving on, 3 hearts. We have my imp thinking is always, let's go to game. Here, passing could be all right, but I will pick game because I'm hoping that partner is short in diamonds. Sometimes that happens. If he's short in clubs, probably it's going to be bad. Well, we have 4 top losers, so we haven't had passed. Let's make the most of it. Maybe they will try to take away dummy's trump for some reason. Exactly. Now I have my chances. If I can play a club to the 10 at the ending. Let's keep running those tricks. 9 and 8 and 6. Well, no, the jack is off. And so are we down 1. 10%. Greedy. Imp's greed. Imp's greed. Okay. 1 diamond. We have 13, but no good bid. 2 diamonds here is a 2 suited overcall. We have to pass. Now we can bid 2 diamonds in comfort. We have enough to bid 2 diamonds clearly. 2 hearts. I don't have anything to offer now. I don't have a fit. Two hearts from north. It's a curious lead. I don't believe he's leading from queen third, which is the best reason for us to to play low. Spades should be 4-3. Typically, not a given, but typically 4-3. So I will try to unblock these hearts. So if hearts are 3-3, apparently they are, this guy has 4 diamonds because there is no shape with 3 hearts and 3 diamonds that opens 1 diamond. And the robots are quite reliable on that. Humans sometimes play worst minor. Even if they don't announce it, they play it. So there's little chance of us establishing and running the diamonds. So maybe I should just discard a diamond. And finessing diamonds for sure. Now I would like to let's try to visualize the whole hand. Each should have 4 diamonds, 3 hearts, 4 clubs, and 2 spades, or 3-3. Right? His red suits are quite open, 4-3. So his 6 remaining cards are either 3 spades and 3 clubs or 2 spades and 4 clubs. And his opening so far has only the king of diamonds. So he very likely has the 2 aces. And so I would like to maybe force him. Let's start with the queen of spades. He will win the ace and he'll have to help us somehow. Yeah, here it is. Now, if he has, wow, we have a very fun position now. If he has, we will read his full distribution after this card. So he has 3 spades, 3 hearts, 4 diamonds, and 3 clubs. Look at what will happen after this. Now he has only 2 clubs. I can discard his diamond. Isn't it fun? We will lose a trick still. But what happened here is that, remember he played the 9, the diamond 9. Well, it's not strictly necessary, but if he still has a club. His hand right now, he has 3 diamonds and 1 club. But if he had kept the single and ace of clubs, I would discard a diamond and play a low club from my hand, or finesse and then play a low club. And I would make the king of clubs anyway. And so I can claim 3 tricks, although the robot will not accept it, and I'll make another trick. Claim 2 more tricks. 11 tricks is a lot. But this is a fun squeeze without the count. 200, only 64% is a bit surprising. Well, it's because people are going down in 1-0 Trump a lot. Anyway, the neat squeeze earned us some points. Okay, a word from our sponsor. I always forget to do that, and it's good to stop before we go to the next deal. And this is my website, thebridgeexperts.com. And if you visit this will be on the video, of course, this address here, learn from the best. You will see some videos about many ways in which I can help you develop your bridge skills. And if you click here, you see the menu of services available. Let's click here. And the same videos basically that are on the other page. So if you are interested in sharpening your skills and learning to think efficiently at the bridge table, give it a go. Okay, next case, we have 14 high card points, nice tens, ace, king, and king. I can't be convinced, but the 4-3-3-3 shape is not great. But in imps, I would lead one of clubs. Here, I will go with one club and only two hearts. This is a weak balanced hand. That was my initial evaluation. I have to be consistent. Okay. Is it good ducking this? Well, not really. Because they have communication in clubs. So even if spades are 5-2, I will have to hope for a spade discard on a diamond quickly. And if spades are 6-1, ducking may be a bit foolish. Not very likely, because the worst scenario is when he roughs with a doubleton. Same team that on a few hands ago. If I let him rough the ace of spades with 3 or more hearts, he's roughing with his own top trump trick. I think ducking is best, actually, because maybe he doesn't have the jack and he will be afraid of continuing. And I don't believe that this guy is 1-2 in the majors. Yeah. Let's make them sweat. Great. Can it be that this guy has 6 clubs? I don't believe so. But I'll rough for the 7 anyway. And now, I think, let's see. We can try to run our diamond tricks. Okay, this guy has 2 hearts and 2 diamonds, but our diamonds are blocked. So even if we want to finesse in diamonds, it's no good. Looks like East has 5 spades, 4 clubs, 2-2. That's what my point. To play a diamond to the queen now would be hoping for him to have 5 spades, 2 hearts, 3 clubs, and 3 diamonds. And that would place West with ace, king, queen, 5th of clubs. And apparently the queen of hearts as well. So there's no, yeah, doesn't help. We'll make only one more trick. Our ace of spades. We can see if there's any mistake like a rough here, but no. 2 hearts it is. The reading was quite accurate. 4 clubs to the ace, king, queen. And our final board, 13 high card points. A 2 club overcall, chunky clubs. Not comfortable, but somebody has to bid them if we have to compete in them. Now I'm out of this bidding, and I'll take the God-given king of club lead. They may be in a 4-3 fit. This is always good to keep in mind when they have this kind of support double auction. So let's look at this first trick before we lose it. King fit 5-3. Low spade to the 9. Typically, it's a nice idea to duck with the ace of trumps. But here I'm worried that part of might have a double tone spade, the king or the jack. So I won't duck. And I have a fairly I'll play the jack of clubs. It's not that obvious or not, but I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so he has still a club in his hand. So we have a club winner here in our hand, waiting to cash. And let's cash it. Why are you roughing my trick, my fellow? Okay, down one. The last trump is highest. I have no idea why the guy roughed my trick, and I won't analyze to see if it costs a trick or not. I'm curious to see. We tied for first to the second decimal point. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.